Good morning. It is Thursday. It's morning again. Time for a little bit of math this morning. I'm gonna wait for a minute or two. Well, not a minute or two. I'm gonna wait for a few seconds and see, if we get anybody popping on, and wondering if when people are on, if they could maybe give me a good morning in the comments, or drop a little question or something, so I can see if I can actually see the comments and such, because I haven't been doing these lives very often or for very long, and so I don't know if I can even see comments when people are commenting. So if anybody feels like dropping a little good morning in there, that'd be cool. Or any kind of question throughout this short live. So anyway, the roofers are coming soon to start working on the house, so I got to get this done so that they don't start banging and making all kinds of noise. It's really, really crazy noise. So we're going to talk about greatest common factor this morning. I listed up here the way that I was taught to do greatest common factor and the way that I taught greatest common factor for a long time. And you can see that I don't have the greatest common factor up there. And I think that students often will only write down the factors that they know, and then they skip over the ones that they don't have as a common fact in their mind. And if they don't know their facts really well, this makes it a little bit more challenging to list out all those factors. So you can see I have a little sad face there because I don't have the greatest common factor in that list. Most students are not going to, well, I shouldn't say most, many students are not going to check 3 to see if it goes into 42, and they don't check 4 to see if it goes into 56, because it's just not, they don't have the habit, so they don't do it. So what I like to teach them to do is use prime factorization or greatest common factor. I do show this way first, and we do look at the fact that commonly students will miss the greatest common factor if it's not a smaller number. So I do show them this way, and then we look at prime factorization and we look at the ladder method. So for prime factorization, I'm going to try to use my right marker. 42's prime factorization is 2 times 3 times 7, right? 6 times 7 is 42. And 56 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. And I'm writing those all out so we can see every single one. And so all students have to do at that point is look for what these numbers have in common. So they both have a 2, but only one 2, so we're not going to count the other ones. And they both have a 7. And so we're just going to multiply those numbers together. 2 times 7 is 14, and the GCF is 14. Okay, then for the ladder method, we'll take 42 and 56 and put those both in there. Then we find a factor that they can both be divided by. And again, I like to have them choose a prime factor because that's what we do with prime factorization. So in most cases, students can identify that these are even, and they can take a 2 out. So they divide by 2, get 21 and 28. And at this point, they should then be able to see that these are both divisible by 7. And then their GCF is the numbers that are out there on the side that those numbers had in common. And they multiply them together, and they get 14. And those are the 2 ways that I like to show greatest common factor. Again, this one's not my favorite. I like prime factorization. I like ladder method even better. It's just my favorite thing. So if you have any questions, or if anybody feels like saying hi in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm going to try on some of these lives to make them last just a little bit longer, just so if anybody has a question or a comment, they can put that in there and I can answer it before I pop off. And that is it. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Have a great day.